Hi guys, it's me again. Um, while I was gone, you should have read the article about sharks, and then you should have made a illustrative map of information that you collected while you were watching it. So I kind of did the same thing. So hopefully your piece of paper looks a lot like Miss Acton's, and I'll explain to you what's going on in mine. So the first part of mine is a picture of a shark, because the first part of the text talked about how sharks do not like humans. So I put an X through a little stick figure human because they don't have a lot of fat. Now I know there are some bigger humans out there, but it doesn't matter how big a human is, how much fat that a human might have on them, they will never have as much fat as a seal does. That's what they prefer to eat. So I put little bitty clues on here, like the X going through the cumin, saying there's not any fat, they don't want to eat it, and I even wrote the word yuck, the k at the end. And then the seal, on the other hand, is an A plus. They like eating them because they have a lot of fat. Fat gives the shark energy that they need to swim around and have fun and do what sharks do all day long. And I put yum at the end of that one because um, the seals are yummy. Basically, what Dr. Peter Clemley in this passage was trying to say was that we shouldn't be scared of sharks because they really don't want to eat us. And a lot of times, if somebody does get attacked by a shark, it's normally just one bite, and the shark's like, "Ugh, you guys don't taste good," and it moves on. Now, that doesn't mean that the one bite isn't dangerous and doesn't hurt, but a lot of times sharks will not eat a human because that first bite, they're like, yeah, this isn't going to do anything for me. It's not going to fill me up. It's not going to give me energy. I'm not going to waste my time trying to eat it. Then the other part, so as you can see, I organized my information. So this is talking about why sharks don't want to eat humans and why humans shouldn't be scared of sharks. And then the second part, this little piece right here, I wrote about how we should be scared of sharks. Sharks should be scared of us. And there were three reasons that this text gave. The first one was that we hunt sharks. So I have a little guy with a fishing pole trying to catch a shark. Not so much in America, but other countries, they do hunt sharks. And they hunt them because people like to eat them. So you can see a little shark fin on a table, and there's actually a soup that some countries make that's called shark fin soup. And they'll actually like chop up the fin and put it into a soup, and people will buy it and eat it. And it's a really expensive food, but people like to eat it. And then we also fill our oceans with trash. You can see I put like the little bottle holders, the plastic ones that fish can get their head stuck in, a fishing net, a straw, Coke bottle, and then just some other pieces of trash. I put this little shark on here. He's sad and he says, "I'm sick." And that's because the trash in the water, he's either accidentally eating it, getting stuck in it, or killing the fish that they need to eat to be healthy, or the seals that they eat need to be healthy. Um, those are the three reasons. I definitely organized my data. I'm going to go to the next slide so I prove. So I collected data about the text all over the paper. I organized it into two different sections, talking about how sharks should be scared of humans and why humans should not be scared of sharks. And I feel like I only collected the important details. I feel like there wasn't anything in there that was unnecessary or anything that I wouldn't need for it. So this is what you should have just done on your own, collecting that data, and hopefully it's there close to you. What I did before was collect data about the frog text. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is show you how I take this data and I start to create a an organizer on the topics that I really want to stick to, because eventually we're going to be writing an expert book over this stuff. So this was the frog text that I'm talking about. I collected data about it. I organized it into two categories: the beginning of their life, the first stage of their life, and the second stage of their life. And I collected important details. I had like a picture of a baby showing this was their first stage of life, but we felt like we didn't need that because there was a number one up there. And most of us know enough about tadpoles and frogs that we know that's the baby first stage of their life. And I also put a little fish on the picture to show that it's in the water, but we knew that, so we felt like we could have got rid of that too. Um, so when you go back to your shark image that you created, if there's anything that you feel like is not necessary, that was just silly, that shouldn't be in there, then take it out of there. You don't want that stuff to get in your way whenever you're doing this next piece. So the next part that we're going to be doing is actually creating what your topic is and collecting three big things that you want to talk about in this. And this part's a little bit harder because the information that you collected may look a lot like Miss Acton's, and I only have two sections of data. I've got the first part and then the second part. And same thing with my frog information that I collected. I've only got two parts, but this paper wants me to come up with three different parts. So I'm going to have to be creative and see what else I want to come up with. So this is the piece of paper you should have been sent home with you in your backpack. So if you want to go get that out, that you can. So I'm going to be filling mine out using the information from the frog text. Then you are going to be filling out the information using the information from the shark text. So yours should not look like mine. And the reason why Miss Acton did that was because I want to see what you can do on your own. I don't want you copying off Miss Acton. So that's why I didn't want you to do the frog article. I wanted you to do the shark one. So first thing I'm going to do is sit my information that I collected down next to me so that I can see it. Then I'm going to decide, what are the two big things that I want to talk about. So definitely want to talk about frogs at the beginning of their life. The first thing that it asks for is your topic. And you're probably thinking with the shark article, your topic's probably going to be sharks or humans shouldn't be scared of sharks or sharks should be scared of humans. That's kind of up to you, and it may change after we do the lesson tomorrow too. You never know. But my topic is going to be I'm going to keep it just frogs, and then maybe I'll make it a little bit more specific or a little bit more detailed tomorrow. So my topic is going to be frogs. Now I need to come up with my three headings, means the three things that I'm going to be talking about in my expert book I'm eventually going to make with this data. So the first one, heading number one, is definitely going to be young frogs or baby frogs or frogs in their first stage of life. So I'm going to say young frogs because they're not really a baby when they start growing the back legs. They're still young frogs. And then I might even put, instead of young frogs, I might even put a little bit just to say, I could also mention that they're tadpoles. Even though we know they're going to be frogs, they're technically tadpoles. So I added that little piece right there. Then my second heading, because it's my second data that I collected over here, I'm going to put that my second heading is going to be adult frogs. So in that part, I would talk about what do adult frogs have? What do they do? Why are they different than baby frogs? So that's what I put in my second part. So on yours, you might put heading number one could be why sharks don't like humans, why humans shouldn't be scared of sharks because they don't want to eat us. And then your second part could be why sharks should be scared of us because we're more dangerous to them than they are to us. But that leaves our third heading. Miss Acton didn't put anything. Oh, that's down. Miss Acton didn't put anything in the third heading. There's nothing in it right here. And I don't really have any other information. But we have an option. You can either start to create a writing piece or an expert book where you only talk about two things about your topic. That's not a lot, though, especially for second graders getting ready to be in third grade. I think if you were at the beginning of second grade, having two topics would make sense. But you guys are getting ready to be third graders. I think you need three topics. So what's going to happen next is we're going to find either another text that talks about the same topic. So Miss Acton's either going to tomorrow in your lesson either going to have another video with another reading about frogs where we can find another topic to write about, or maybe even two more topics to write about and collect data on that, or we could find another source of information like a video or a actual book that we could actually open up and Miss Acton can actually read to you. Give you a hint, it's going to be a video tomorrow. So we're going to find videos. So the same thing's going to happen to you. You're going to leave one of these spots blank in yours. I keep making it upside down. One of yours, the heading number 3, is going to be empty because we only have data, we only have information that we've collected for two different categories. 1, 2. So we're going to leave it blank because tomorrow you're going to get another text, another video. It's going to be a video. And you're going to be able to collect data to come up with another topic. So again, when you're done today, you will have all of this filled out except for the heading number 3 part because we only have two things to talk about with our sharks. Okay. So get this out of your backpack. Fill it out according to the information that you collected on your illustrative information piece. and figure out what your two headings that you're going to talk about with sharks are going to be. And then we'll put it in your backpack so it stays safe, so you don't lose it or miss it. And then we're going to work on it again tomorrow. All right, guys, have fun. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow and see what kind of information that you guys collected. Bye.